What's up, guys? Well, it's not going to be another shop update. Let me tell you, I'm having issues with the trailer again, Diamond Sea trailer, and I know that a lot of people have messaged me, posted comments on videos about this. I've talked to a number of people about this issue. Um, as you guys know, anybody that follows my channel, back about 3 years ago, when just after I bought the trailer, I had an issue with the gooseneck coupling breaking. So let me tell you that I'm having more issues with it. So let's just get right into it, and then I'll kind of summarize the entire problem afterwards. But let's get right into it here. Little annoyed with this whole thing, but let me get into it. A little over 2 years ago, I made a video about my gooseneck trailer, and this was a Hitch made by Bulldog, and what had happened is it broke on one of my hauls. I was just south of Cincinnati, Ohio, in Kentucky, about 30 miles on Route 71 south of Cincinnati in the Kentucky, and this thing broke. And what I'll do is see if I can put a couple of pictures up in there that I had of this situation. But anyways, that's not the issue. I got a new one. What I ended up having to do is I got a hold of the dealer, and what he did is hook me up with a place in Columbus, Ohio. So what I had to do is, logically, I disconnected the trailer and left the trailer there on the side of 71, drove to Columbus, Ohio, picked up a new receiver hitch for it, and went back, put it on the trailer, and continued on. So this is a new receiver hitch that I picked up, and guess what? It broke too. I'm just going to leave this as part of a little shop update. I actually had to make this tool. I was able to get the bottom part out of the receiver in the trailer, but I had to kind of make that tool to get up into the post of the trailer to pull this top part back out of here. So I'm going to kind of save that for another time, and get into more details about this. But I'm kind of in the middle of talking to Bulldog about getting another one, and possibility that they warranty this thing. But let me show you something else. Okay, so what happened is I discovered that thing had broke, and what I did is had the trailer here at the shop. It was kind of my slow time. I mean, this time of the year is kind of slow for long hauls. But anyways, brought the trailer back to the shop after I thought that I had realized what was going on with this new one. And what I did is unbolted the set screws that hold it in to the front of the trailer, and I got the bottom part out, but that top part stuck in there. So I had to make this tool to try and get it out. What that tool does is that, if I can get it in here, just slips over it, and then I hooked the tool, sorry, hard to do with one hand while you're holding the camera, hooked the tool onto the piece and kind of pulled it down using that. Sorry, I know that camera's probably all over the place. But anyways, so I got it out. When I did that, when I pulled the bolts out, I was able to pull the top bolt all the way out, but the bottom bolt broke, and that'll be in part of the video also. So here I am back at the trailer again. I've been screwing around with this thing for forever. What happened is a bolt broke out of it, and I can't get it out. I drilled it out, and now I'm trying to hammer or chisel it out. But why I've been working on it forever is because of the weather. Yeah, I'll show it to you when I get it out. Well, I kind of finally got it. It didn't come out all the way, but I mean, there's still some metal left in some of the threads on the inside of it. But what I'll do is I'll go get a 3/4 inch tap and tap into it. Yeah, if you didn't hear me before, I got it. We get it out of there and we'll take a look at it, see if it's, I don't think I dinged the threads up too bad by chiseling that thing out, but yeah, cool, it'll hold. So this gooseneck hitch that is kind of hung off of the lift here is one that I picked up locally. So the issue is that I've got that broken gooseneck hitch, and I have been in contact with Bulldog, the manufacturer of these hitches, and have given them information. They said they will warranty it, but I've got to come up with a sales receipt, and the sales receipt is through the trailer dealer that I bought the trailer off of in Ohio, and I'm waiting on him to get me the receipt. Bulldog has got all the other information. They told me that but they can't do anything until I get them that receipt. And again, I've contacted that a trailer dealer in Ohio, but he's a little slow on the draw. But so I had to, I needed to use the trailer. And so I went out to a local supplier, actually a trailer builder and a local supplier. They don't only build trailers, but they also do like build beds for trucks and stuff like that. They had a bunch of these kind of sitting around, and they sold this to me for $100 cash. But the only issue is the one that came off my trailer was rated for 30,000 pounds. This thing is only rated for 25,000 pounds, and you can see the difference in the wall thickness here of it. So what I did is I bought it because I need to use the trailer, and I'm still waiting on Bulldog and that trailer dealer to give me the receipt so the Bulldog will send me another one. But I couldn't wait any longer, so I had to go out and pick this up, and luckily this guy had them laying around because the sleeve that fits onto the trailer, that's welded on the trailer that these things go up into, he was building some trailers, but he didn't need this part of it. He just needed the sleeve part of it. The only problem is when I bought that other one in Columbus, Ohio, when the first one broke and I bought the other one, I've got a sleeve. I'll show it to you in a minute, but this part comes with the sleeve, and that's the only way you can buy it. Same thing happened to him. He needed sleeves, and he ended up with these things that he didn't need. So that's how I got it so cheap. And here up on the shelf is that sleeve that I ended up getting with the one that I bought in Columbus, Ohio. Again, you can't buy the gooseneck part of the hitch without getting the sleeve with it. So I got that sleeve and didn't need it, and it's sitting around here. I actually told the guy that I had bought that receptacle off of for the $100 if he needed another sleeve, he was going to make another trailer. I had one. Get a hold of me. So in the last couple of clips, you saw me try and take out that bolt that had broken off into the sleeve of the hitch on the trailer. That was this bolt right here that broke. I had gotten this one out, and when I went to take the nut off of it, it broke also. And as you can see, it was only apparently hanging on by a thread because it's all rusty in there. So in that sleeve that I showed you yesterday, when I had bought the first one, I got that sleeve that actually gets welded onto the trailer. There was the 2 bolts in there from that, so I'm going to have to reuse them. But I've got it painted. I'm ready to put it back on again. Probably not going to show you putting it on, but I'll give you a shot of it after I get it back on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just throw some pictures up here in probably this clip, over to the side, probably over there maybe, of the hitch being installed, that 25,000 pound hitch that I bought locally being installed on the trailer. To tell you the truth, you know, I'm kind of disillusioned by this whole thing. It's kind of the same old bullshit. Everybody wants to blame everybody else for something, and it's just not to do with the trailer. I mean, I had that same thing happen with an air ride compressor setup that was manufactured by Firestone. I'm assuming Firestone don't manufacture it. Somebody else manufactures it, branded as Firestone. But I had one installed on my truck and kept having problems with it. The damn thing would only last. It was like a remote control that you could adjust the airbags on the back of my 3500 Ram. The damn thing would only last for about a month and then stop working, and I think they replaced the sending unit on the compressor itself like twice, maybe possibly 3 times, and it only lasts for like a month or 2, and then it stops working. And I just gave up on it and went back to the Schrader valves that I have installed on the rear bumper, up on the rear bumper, and just pump the airbags up manually to pressure. But you know, I had issues with the trailer bounce, and I'll try and put links to these videos in the description below. But I had problems with this trailer bouncing, and had talked to Diamond C about it, and he says, well, we've never heard of this before when I talked to him. And then when I was down there one time, down in Texas where Diamond C is made, I had been talking to them about stopping in, and they had gotten back to me after I had started the trip down. It was actually a haul, so don't think that I went down there just for that. It was actually a haul, and he says, well, we really don't have a technical or an R&D department that can analyze the trailer for you. All we have is our people, staff in house that build the trailer, so they would have to do it. So I never actually stopped in, but after I had talked to him, probably a couple of months after I had talked to him, they published a video saying that they, for hot shots that haul over long hauls over the road, they recommend that air ride suspension should be installed on the trailer. You should never use Dexter's leaf spring design for long hauls. That was only installed on trailers for kind of like agricultural use, where people would use it to like pull hay out of the field and back to the barns or whatever. So, yeah, the buck get passed again. Now I'm dealing with this thing with Bulldog on the Hitch. Now, I can only assume, I don't know what's going to happen with it. You know, I'm still waiting for the receipt from the trailer people. It's like everybody just, you know, you call somebody to try and get service or do something, and they just have all sorts of excuses as why they don't want to do it, or try to pass the buck about it, and it never gets done. You know what I mean? Like, I needed the friggin' Hitch so that I could make some local hauls. Now, the hauls aren't heavy, and I discussed in the video that the thing is only 25,000 pound versus the 30,000 pound ones that were originally installed on it. But so I make some local hauls, and I'm only hauling maybe 5 or 6 or 8,000 pounds of material on the thing. But again, I am annoyed. I'm pissed and annoyed about this trailer. I paid a lot of money for this trailer, and there, you know, people are saying, well, or Diamond C says that, well, you should have air suspension on the trailer. I talked to a guy a little while ago. My deck is approximately 40 feet. I talked to a guy probably about 6 months ago, and he had just bought a new Diamond C trailer with air suspension on it, and paid close to $50,000 for this trailer with air suspension. Now, I bought this trailer to haul the tractors and haul some stuff for people, and I'm not going to go out and buy a $50,000 trailer because people are saying, well, you should have the air suspension to make hauls with these trailers. Well, what? Come on. You built the friggin' trailer with leaf spring suspension, Dexter axles and leaf spring suspension, and you build them all the time. I mean, yeah, there are orders that have air ride suspension, but come on, try and pawn it off that you shouldn't be using those things that you put on most of your trailers that you build. Yeah, okay. But anyways, that's it. Make your own determination. Is the issue with the hitch itself, or is the issue with the bounce of the trailer? But anyways, that's it for this video.